One, two, three, four. It's week 1, Gee. Week 4. Week 3. I don't know.
It's week 4. It's week 4,
Oh,
everybody.
wait, what happened to our decorating budget?
Oh, good God. Oh.
We have to let it go.
We
have to workshop it.
As Dabo would say, we're gonna be better next week.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'm not. Okay.
right along.
I don't know if I believe that. But before we get into week 4, the ups, the downs, the all around, I didn't know which way I was going. I didn't know if I was watching football or golf. It was boring. It was exciting. It was sad. Some of it was very sad. But before we get into that,
yes,
I seen on ESPN.com this week that college football is officially moving to a single off-season transfer portal. So before,
I remember that from last year.
They would do right after bowl announcements.
Right.
They would open a winter portal, and then sometime after, I think after the final playoff game, not the final game, they will open it again.
Yes.
And maybe you were right. Maybe there's 3. Maybe it was one after the championship game for a few
that might
days.
have been.
Yeah. And so it was always confusing and annoying, and I'm sure it was bad for the coaches, but it was always annoying for us because it's just like, you make it to a bowl game, and I understand if you go into the NFL. Maybe I should put that caveat. I do understand that. But if you planning on leaving the team, it's just like, if it's your favorite team, your favorite player, like, play it one more time in the bowl game for us,
Right.
But
we had that problem.
From a coach's standpoint, I think it'd make it easier.
Right. A single win, probably would. And then I could keep up with where everybody is going.
Well, I'm sure they did it just for you.
I'll take.
I'm sure they did it just for you. The other thing before we get into the games, and we talked about it last week, and then it was just so prevalent this weekend, is the fans. So what is up with this fan conduct? Last week they're booing Texas for an incomplete pass. They're booing OK State on Friday, and in the Clemson game, they're behind the D-line talking trash. And I'm talking
10 feet behind the D-line.
No, I'm talking the team fans, not like the opposite team. That I understand, that kind of. But like, this is your team. You paid. You came out
talking trash.
Yeah. Is that crazy? It's just kind of classless.
You want them to win, right?
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. We will criticize Ohio State, but not in front of company.
Really?
You don't do that in front of company.
That's pretty bad.
You wait till you're amongst your people, and then you can talk trash.
But they were warranted, Kelly. I'm not going to say it was right, but they were warranted.
Who was warranted?
That Clemson fans.
Now, how you know they was warranted?
Did you see the score?
Are you trying to push and get into it? Are you the showrunner or am I the showrunner?
I
set the pace here.
Okay.
Syracuse versus Clemson. Now, this was your pick. This was your game. One of the games you picked. You wanted to watch. So, what say you?
Because Dabo told me he was going to come back strong this week. So I wanted to see Dabo come back strong. I was not one of the fans booing Dabo. In fact, I was kind of rooting for you. But Dabo, you did not deliver.
No.
We came through that game not unscathed. The score ended up Syracuse 34, Clemson 21. What happened? We've talked about this before. You said and I won't blame it all on the portal. Let's leave that alone. You said you like to pick your own players, recruit your own players, develop your own players. You have a team. They weren't a bad team. They played.
That's not true.
Okay. I may not question you on that one, but you didn't deliver.
Didn't deliver. I like Syracuse's coach, Fran Brown. Formerly, this is second year coach at Syracuse. Formerly defensive coordinator at Georgia. I like Fran Brown. I thought that Syracuse would give them a good game. I did not expect Clemson to start the season 1-3.
I did not either, especially with that quarterback, Cade Klubnik.
Cade Klubnik
is a good quarterback.
Yeah, coming into this season, he was a Heisman candidate, and I I disagree with you on the being a good team because I don't think that they were good. That is not the Clemson team that played LSU week 1. That is not the Clemson team. And
I would agree.
I thought, you know what? It's Dabo Sweeney. There's no way. The football guys are on his side. You know why?
Again.
There was a weather delay.
It was a weather delay last week. I think
I
think that was paying somebody. I don't know.
Okay, because Clemson started this game 0-10. And before I get to bashing on Clemson, you know what Syracuse did? Syracuse gets the ball, they get a touchdown.
Yeah.
And you know what they did when they went to go punt it or kickoff, I never can get that right, to Clemson. Onside kick.
That's your favorite.
You know I love an unexpected onside kick. What Dan Lanning did it last year against Ohio State. We lost. I hated him. But I don't understand why people don't onside kick more during the game. Everybody's expecting it at the end when you're losing. Nobody's expecting it after you just scored a big touchdown.
That's true.
You gotta go, especially the teams that now Syracuse wasn't supposed to win. They were not the favorite.
They were not the favorite.
Right? The Clemson's the favorite. So it's just like, right there, the moxie. So Clemson started the game, and they got a field goal off of it eventually. They started the game 0-10. I won't go for the play-by-play, but the weather delay, I said, okay.
Right. Half the fans left.
Halftime, it was in the middle of the game. It didn't break it up. They went to halftime, didn't come back. And half the fans leave. They come back. And I said, here come Clemson.
Because they're half team.
Well, hypothetically. They weren't against LSU. They didn't score anything second half. But here come Dabo. Old Lucky Dabo. Because what did I say last week about the schedule? You playing nobody.
Yeah.
So I said, here come Lucky Dabo. Nope. Syracuse comes out. They come out. And I'm like, holy bananas. Well, then guess what? They said divine intervention again. Starting quarterback for Syracuse, Steve Angeli.
I
Can't guess that first name. Angeli gets hurt on a non-contact, and they have to bring in a backup. I said, okay, here we go. Here come old Clemson. I never seen Clemson take the field. I never seen them take the field. Now, Angeli did end up tearing his Achilles tendon, and so I think that he is going to be out for the rest of the year. Sources per ESPN said that that's what his injury was, but the backup came in and he gets the pass and he passes a touchdown. I said that he's nothing. I'm just the backup. Now he was the backup for LSU, so he was behind.
He had some experience.
Well, he was at least behind Nussmeier and Jaden Daniels, who Jaden Daniels is currently in the Ricky Collins is his name. Jaden Daniels currently in playing professional sports, and Nussmeier another Heisman candidate, but. I just don't know what to tell you.
Well, when the second half started, it looked like the defense got a little bit of life in them. Like they did try to step up. But it was like a no-go. It was like it was like Syracuse totally dominated the game. And I went just that little bit of a spurt. Clemson just shut down. Again, one of the comments was is a talented team. Where is the problem? Watched a little bit of the press conference after it was over. Somebody kind of alluded to that. Like, where do you think the offense went wrong?
What did he say? I didn't see
it was, we missed some key plays. It was execution.
That's on you, Sherlock.
That's on you. You the coach. There's all these talented coaches behind you.
Let me throw you for a curveball.
Throw me a curveball.
Okay.
Kirby can't catch it. I mean, Turbo can't catch it. Throw me anything. They couldn't.
What is the conversation between the athletic director of Clemson and Dabo Sweeney tomorrow? Or this week? There's a meeting this week. What is that? What do you say if you're that athletic director?
We need to get players that can play. Being committed to a school doesn't always mean that you're going to get out of the football field and be, your best of the best. That's not, that even goes for everybody. But get me somebody who is anxious to play. Go to the portal. Grab me a handful of people. I want somebody out on that field. You ain't playing right, switch you up, get somebody else out there.
I'm glad.
I have seen that many times.
Yes.
You're not playing right, that coach pulls you out, he puts your backup in, guess what happens? Boom. Total new game.
And I think there's enough blame to go around, and I don't think there's enough blame going on the coaching staff as well.
Absolutely.
Because you're calling those plays.
Absolutely.
They had nothing for Syracuse. This is Syracuse we're talking about
Syracuse.
here. So you had nothing for Syracuse. And if I'm the athletic director, the conversation is, we've tried it your way. It is not working.
Yeah.
Definition of insanity.
Okay.
We're going to the portal.
Let me put it this way.
We're going to the portal.
Yeah. Let me put it this way.
So,
I don't like the new way. Get rid of that. Oh, the new this is that. And I'm an old-fashioned coach. Coach, I'm here to tell you, as Kel put out there, this is corporate America. College football is now a business.
It's been a business.
It's been a business. There is
just the players didn't get a piece of it.
Let's go out and get one for the Gipper. Not anymore. It's let's go out and get the best players we can so that we can win a team and win a championship. That's what the schools are looking for.
Because the deal is this. If it's not the players, if you as the head coach are adamant that it's not the players, you have the talent, then guess who it is? And guess who else can get replaced?
Yes. Believe me.
The coaching staff.
It happened. Do you know who else who went 1-3 in their debut? Well, not their debut. Tommy Bowden. No, not to be confused with Bobby Bowden's daddy, but he was coach of Clemson. He went 1-3 in 2004.
Last time.
And it didn't get any better. So that by 2008, he handed in his resignation. Guess who took over?
That was Sweeney.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And guess who might take over again? He moved in as interim coach. And they gave him the coaching job permanently. So, I'm just saying, just throwing it out there, Dabo.
Dabo Sweeney's not watching this.
I know.
Okay. And let me be clear, I don't think they should fire Dabo Sweeney.
No.
Because he has a winning record overall with Clemson. But I think
and we don't doubt that.
There needs to be a real conversation. Come to Jesus about the way the program is running and the pushback he's giving on what is now the way college football goes. So I
jump
think
on the bandwagon.
We've talked. It's not a bandwagon.
Oh, get with it.
Good. Okay, get with it. Speaking of getting with it, next game I want to talk about: Florida versus Miami. Number 4 Miami in Miami. Florida. Let me go first before you go. Florida had an awful game last week, right? Against LSU, and quarterback DJ Lagway threw 5 interceptions. And you just felt awful for him, right? Now, I said, all I wish for is that he had a error-free game. Miami was going to come. They were going to beat the brakes off of him. I just did not want him to throw interception, no fumbles. I wanted them to have as clean a game as possible. And I have to tell you, it was a nothing sandwich. There was some good in the beginning, nothing in the middle, and good at the end.
That was
and Miami covered the spread, and
Vegas is in the house.
But the score was not indicative of that game.
They're number 4. Miami's number 4. I expected more.
I expected a lot more. Offense looked like it was out of sync. Carson was frustrated. He threw an interception.
That was
DJ
not our
did.
Carson back.
Yeah, and so I just thought this was weird because this is the Florida team that had the loss to USF, that Miami comes and beats USF 49-12. And so I just thought, like I said, I know the score ended at 26-7, but that was because the last few possessions, Miami, but it stayed 13-0 a long time, and I was shocked. That's it.
That's all I can say for it. Hey, here's another coach that's 1-3. Bill, Bill, I had no excuse for you. As I was going to say, Bill, you're on a slippery slope.
Yeah.
And you're sliding. Because you know who you got next week? Texas. Bill, you're sliding down fast. You may hit rock bottom next week.
Now, I do have to give Bill Napier this. I don't know how long Bill Napier. What? Bill Napier. Just cut. Bill Napier is, I don't know how long he's been there, but I have to give him this. DJ Lagway is a young quarterback. He has
Yes.
not had a lot of starts. We talked
True.
about that before the
True,
game
true,
yesterday.
true,
He was
true.
7-2 starting.
Yes.
They have a ridiculous schedule. That schedule is awful. Does that give
the offense,
does
but
that
okay.
give them an excuse? No, because the expectation is to win.
Yep.
Would I have a little sliver of grace for Napier of seeing maybe one more year? I'm going to say yes, but it will be very, very thin ice. And I'm talking, do not start 1-3 next year, or we're going to pull it.
If you get to next
We're going to pull you. If you get to next year, we're going to pull UCLA.
I didn't see an offense.
Then
I
pull
didn't
the
see
plug
a
immediately.
defense. All the defense.
Not so fast, not so fast, my friend. Not so fast, my friend. That Florida defense keeps them in games.
I did. I had both. I did. I had that mark.
Yes.
That
Don't
defense,
do that.
Defense
Don't do
didn't
that.
show up. Defense made a decent showing.
That Florida defense is,
Yes.
I'm going to use the word elite because I will go back to it, and I said it 100 times last week. How does LSU get 5 turnovers and that score was so low? Don't tell Brian Kelly I said it again. I do not want any beef.
They
here.
won, didn't they?
Okay, BK. I don't want no beef. Where did you get this?
This isn't in all the show.
This is new.
It's new.
Where did you get that?
I don't think you have any right to question me on our show.
I
Moving right along.
gotta stop the packages. I gotta stop the packages.
Moving right along.
We talked about I will move us along, and I think I'm gonna stop the packages coming into this house. Is this new too? I don't want to talk about it. Yep, moving on. I want to go to Auburn, Oklahoma.
Oh God.
Okay, number 22 Auburn
Okay.
versus number 11 Oklahoma. Obviously in Oklahoma. So I was just really shocked. I really looked at this game and I looked at the spread and I said, "Oh wow, yeah, Oklahoma's definitely gonna win by 7.5 because Oklahoma looked amazing last week." Well, let me go back. They looked really good last week against Michigan, and this is with a new quarterback, right? New quarterback,
Great quarterback.
John Mateer.
John
Mateer from Washington State
You like
comes
this guy.
over
This guy's looking
with
good.
the offensive coordinator. I did not know Mateer last year. I do know Washington State produces good quarterbacks. Cam Ward is from Washington State.
I believe so.
I know so. And so, what if I was wrong? That'd be hilarious. I don't care. But Auburn's quarterback is former quarterback of Oklahoma, Jackson Arnold.
Which they booed.
They booed him, of course. They booed him, of course, because he ended up going to the portal before they even got Mateer.
Well, they benched him last year.
Well,
when he lost the Tennessee game,
they benched him.
He had 3 turnovers.
They brought him back,
and they lost.
But the thing is, same with other people that were named nameless come court, is that they told him that he would have to vie for the job in the spring, and it warrantly so. That's not the right word, but correctly so. If I had to bench you, you might not be my guy. I gotta see what I got.
True.
That's just smart coaching.
True.
And so he opted to go into the portal, and Auburn picked him up. So this was supposed to be his revenge game, and though shocker, Auburn lost. Did you know that? Okay. Lost 24-17. I did not think the score was going to be that close.
No, I thought it was going to be a good game. It was 10-10 at the half. I thought, okay, we're in for a shootout. Second half was a totally different story. Fans,
why do you always say fans?
I always think the fans are watching.
Okay.
We may have one fan, we may have 2. Somebody's watching.
I think our only fans are also our family. And it's not even our whole family. It's embarrassing.
Oh, there you go.
That's okay. No, but I just thought this game was going to be a lot. I thought Oklahoma was going to take it away. It was a very ugly win. Win nonetheless. A win is a win. But I just thought it was really, really good.
Especially since Oklahoma had a team record of 9 sacks. Where's the O-line for Auburn?
School record.
A team record.
Well, yeah, for school, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
9 sacks?
9 sacks. And Jackson Arnold. I thought they were going to have his number.
Was anybody out there?
Yeah, I thought they were going to just have his number. I thought they were going to be able to. 9 sacks is incredible. Let me not glaze over that. But I just thought they were going to know everything he was. You know what I mean? And it just didn't seem that way. I do have to say this, that got the win. Oklahoma's 4-0 now.
Yeah.
Coach for Oklahoma, Brent Venables, this year, voluntarily gave back $1 million of his salary to put into the player fund in order for them to get talent. And he's not the only one. Other coaches have done it too. I had not heard of this.
I had not either.
And we mentioned it though last week.
Well,
we just thought it was a good idea.
Yeah. Hey, you want talent. You don't like the NIL.
Now, let's be clear. $1 million is not what I or you have put together.
I understand that.
But Brent Venables' salary for this year was 8.5. Minus $1 million is 7.5. So if he can do it, if other people are worried about the fund, Dabo Sweeney, put some of your $11 million annual salary back into it. And I'm sure it's a drop in the bucket. I'm sure blah, 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 blah. But it's just the excuses is my point. Right? It's the excuses. And it's paying off for Oklahoma. And so I just thought that was just so notable.
It is. And
or notable. Let's say notable. I don't know if I call it noble.
But
quit reaching for my business.
But it was, I do like the idea.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is, it's not always about the money. And I know everybody's keying in on that. Oh, look at all the money. We don't have the money. That's
poor people
true.
say it's not about the money.
Yes,
It's
that's why I always say. Well, you can barter with biscuits. But anywho, like the coach did last year.
Just keep.
Anyway, good idea. Get what you can get. Is what I'm saying. If you can build your program with one player, two players, it doesn't have to be all at once.
Why not make the sacrifice?
Thank you.
He should be giving lessons to the CEOs of these corporations.
Thank you.
I digress. Now, next one up was my pick from last week.
Okay.
I like this pick because it was ranked on ranked. They were right next to each other. Yep. Texas Tech number 17 versus number 16 Utah. And it started off as a battle of the defense. Nobody was scoring.
Nobody was scoring.
First half. Nobody was scoring. I said, I mean, good football. Don't get me wrong. But I said, I just thought it was going to be a little bit more exciting. Yeah, I might have picked the dud. We know that Utah is always a competitor.
Yes,
they're trying to move on from the Cam Rising era. They have a new O-line coordinator who brought his quarterback with him from New Mexico State. Quarterback being Devin Dampier. And I said, well, this is going to be a good game.
So you thought.
You hit me with the pencil because not so fast. It was not. There was a big run by Jacoby Williams. Ooh. It was a 73-yard run. That was explosive. I said, okay, here we go. Utah had a touchdown that was called back.
Yeah.
You love those.
I
love a callback on a touchdown. And then Utah had a huge interception in the end zone. It was literally in the end zone. He just took it right out of his hand. And speaking of maybe the football gods had your back, Texas Tech's quarterback got hurt. I didn't even write his name down. I had the backup
because I didn't know he was hurt. I thought the backup was the quarterback. This guy's name was Bayron Morton.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So Will Hammond comes in, freshman quarterback. Well, not thank God. Texas Tech was winning.
Well, yeah, but the game was just stalled.
Don't say thank God like it was Brennan's fault. God. He had him up. What are you talking about? Anyway, comes in,
as
gets
one
him a
article
touchdown.
called it was stagnant. Proceed.
Are you going to use your words or are you going to use the words you read?
I had to use that word because it was a good word.
Okay. Score ends up being 34-10. And it was like Utah didn't have it. They didn't have it at home. And maybe Texas Tech is, that Big 12 is tough. Let me not make any comments. I watched one game. Big 12. Let me go back. You know, I think Big 10 is the toughest football. I don't care what anybody says. I'll say it 100 times. But the thing about the Big 12 to me is they are so equally matched in talent.
That is the thing.
Right.
I think that last year, that number one spot changed 3 or 4 times.
It kept changing, and it was all the way down to they did not know who was going to be in the division. It was one game.
It sure was.
If you lose and I win, it's that whole spider web of consequences when it came to the Big 12. I love it. I love it because it's just like it keeps it exciting.
It does.
And it's not, the creme de la creme at the top and there's some of the bottom people. Like, that's what happens, I think, in, like, a lot of the conferences, especially, like, SEC and Big Ten. We have elite teams, and then we have good teams. Don't sleep on them. But
True.
I feel like in Big 12, it's just like, it's literally a coin toss. That's kind of it. That's all I want to talk about. Those are the main things we watched a lot. What did we? I mean, we watched more, but which ones did you watch, or what's your honorable mentions? What did I miss?
Well, you didn't miss anything, but I thought I would.
What didn't I mention?
I did not mention. I want to throw a shout out to. Did he move them? I want to throw a shout out to the team that I thought the team that I thought looked good, came back from losses, and that was the Colorado-Wyoming game.
Is that why you had that shirt on?
Yes, that is why I had this shirt on.
Okay.
37-20.
Beautiful game.
I don't know if it was a beautiful game. There was highs and lows on that one too. But they were steadier. Didn't you think? From the first game I watched, they were all over the place.
I'll defend my comments in a second. You go ahead and get what you got to say out.
Okay. They looked better. Offense looked good. They was up a little up and down. Defense came out solid. They sputtered, I think, a little bit in the second half. But overall, good show. Good show.
Well, I'm going to tell you who the star was, and I'm going to tell you why they got the win.
Okay.
Ralphie 7 ran the field at the beginning of the game.
That's the Buffalo.
We talked about Ralphie 6 retiring week 1, and they haven't had a Ralphie to run because Ralphie 6 didn't want to run no more. That's why I just found that out. That's why she retired. But they didn't have a Ralphie, but they got Ralphie 7, ran the field, and that is why Colorado won. The end, that's all there is to say. Just kidding. They put Salter, Caden. They put Caden Salter back at QB1, and he looked fantastic.
He did. He came out looking good.
Night and day, looked fantastic. I think the announcers made a point to say several times that Dion gave it to him straight. Coach Prime never minces words. I think that's what makes everybody love him. I think that's what makes him a good coach. And so he told him straight up that this is what the expectation was, and he came out, and to me, he delivered. He looked amazing. That wide receiver room is incredible.
You know what and I like
incredible.
One of the comments they said he has a lineup for wide receivers. I didn't know who was catching the ball half the time because every time there was another name on the back of the jersey.
That's my point.
Who was the last guy that caught the ball?
That's my point.
The wide receivers were I won't toot them up too much. We got a whole. Got a whole year.
I mean, can you just give credit?
Yeah, I can. I'll give
yes.
credit. They say he's got a lineup of wide receivers. He takes one out. Oh, I didn't say that. Takes one out, puts one in. They were catching everything they could that Caden was throwing at them.
Yeah.
They dropped a few, but the effort was.
They looked really, they looked really good. I really did enjoy that game. Colorado needed it.
Needed it badly.
Because this season is starting off rocky. And
they play TCU next week.
I know they're just playing Wyoming, but still, you never know.
But then we'll find out next week. TCU.
They don't play TCU, but let me.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Let me go to my honorable mention. I want to mention the number 9 Illinois versus number 19 Indiana.
Ah, what a game! You didn't watch it, but what a game!
It was a slaughtering. I don't think we would have stuck around. We would have flipped it if we did watch it. Score ended up being 63-10, which is absolutely bananas.
Wow!
But one of the announcers yesterday made the comment of, I knew Illinois, I didn't know Indiana, and I thought that was kind of crazy because we do know Indiana. We know Indiana from last year, first year for Coach Cignetti, the very brash Coach Cignetti. Yes, the one who said Purdue sucks, and so does Michigan and Ohio State, and he had to eat his words, but he is very outspoken. And Indiana was in the top 10 last year.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, so I was just like, I didn't know Illinois, and obviously Illinois didn't know Illinois, but I am not a fan of Coach Cignetti, but you know who I am a fan of is the Indiana quarterback, Fernando Mendoza,
okay,
formerly of Cal State. I loved him because they almost beat Miami last year, and under some crazy whatever, let them come back, and Miami won barely. Yeah, Cam Ward's Miami last year. Cal State is tough, and I loved him. He was a big difference maker, and then he transfers to Indiana, and I said, "Oh, I got to keep an eye because I like him a lot." And
well,
63
haven't seen him played, but I want to see him now.
Well, we've seen the highlights.
What
did you? I mean, well, you didn't see him. You know why? The ball was in the air. The ball was in the air.
And they were running.
Touchdown.
They were running.
Touchdown.
They were running.
63 to 10. You're number 9. Why was Illinois number 9? Maybe that's the question.
Maybe we should ask them. Why did you rank them number 9?
We need X-Files music, like that was crazy. But that was my honorable mention.
We're not the experts. They know who was supposed to be number 9.
Well, do they? Because number 9 just got beat 63 to 10 by number 19. So I don't know if I'd call them experts. I think everybody's guessing in the dark. Which brings me to, there's a lot of movement in the ranking.
Well, it was. And I looked at it and was like, up, down. I don't know why.
How many know? But maybe you're the expert.
No, I only keep this separate because it's always a good thing to see that separate. I love that top 25. It's always good to yank.
You know what? I'm not gonna tell you how to run your show, but Miami moved up to number 2. Is it warranted? They played an unranked Florida, who is 1 and 2, only beat like Rhode Island. Is it warranted because they beat Florida?
Like you always say, we'll see. Who have they played? Who are they gonna play?
Answering questions with questions. Now,
it always works for me.
You should be a politician. You should run for office. I do think that you do have to give a little bit of significance to the fact that the in-state, Florida to Florida, right?
Yes, true,
and
true.
I'm a big believer in Florida, Texas, Ohio, and California having an elite pool of talent, and these people, growing up with each other and being so close. And the talent being there. That's the main thing about it, right?
True.
And so, elite talent. And so, I can understand you kind of, giving credit, but this Florida has not shown you what Florida can be since Urban Meyer was there and Tim Tebow. I mean, come on. But at the same time, I have enough shade to go around. Why was Penn State number 2? I digress. Another shake up for you.
We'll see next week.
Indiana moves up from 19 to 11.
I think that was warranted. I think that was warranted, and I think that was a good move.
You not only beat number 9, a top 10 team, you pummeled them. That score looked crazy. For two ranked teams, it looked bananas. Well, that begs the question, where did Illinois go? To hell. Y'all dropped down to hell. No.
They dropped 14 spots to number 23. I feel sorry for you, buddy. You got to do better than that.
Well, I just would like to welcome TCU at number 24 and BYU to number 25. They have not been ranked.
Nope.
They are welcome to the rankings. And, of course, the beauty school of dropouts, Utah number 16 and Auburn number 22. But Auburn was a short-lived. Did Auburn even play? I didn't think they played yesterday. I think they just knocked them out.
Beauty school.
Yeah, they were like a one-hit wonder.
Well, there you go.
But I have a question. Like where is the love for Syracuse?
I guess they figured they didn't play anybody that was ranked. Clemson.
Okay, but you gave unranked. You gave credit for unranked Florida to Miami. They didn't even get. I
don't question the guys. Don't question the top 25.
I don't own the ranking guys. I don't only jot down the top 25. I usually try to drop down who is the top 3 honorable mentions.
Yes.
The ones who got the top, the next, I guess 26, 27, 28 in the votes, right?
True.
And I always jot that down. They weren't even nowhere near that.
No.
They played Clemson at home and dominated the entire game. Clemson did not lead the entire game.
But Clemson was not ranked.
Fran Brown, you were robbed. You were robbed.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, what are we watching next week?
Well, everybody's going to be watching these games because now we got some ranked unranked, and now we're going to see.
Now we have ranked unranked. We've had ranked unranked.
Well, that is true. But now we got some big ranked.
You should really be a politician. You just be making up statements.
I am.
What's your game?
My first game that let me tell you what you're working with. BK. Number 4, LSU. You're going to go up against another 13, Mississippi. You may not look like a big number, but Mississippi is always that wild card.
We're talking Ole Miss here.
Ole Miss.
Number 4, LSU going to get. Okay, Ole Miss is 13 though. And their backup quarterback is there, who played it amazing. Trinidad Chambliss. Like, I don't know where Simmons is or how long he's going to be out, but he played lights out yesterday. I mean, he played like big, but I mean, I'm always giving credit. To get back up in college is like, got to be crazy tough. So, I don't think Ole Miss is gonna pull it off. I'm going with LSU. I haven't seen the spread or the numbers yet, but
I'm sure.
LSU on the money line. Lane Kiffin's an offensive guy. He's just not gonna have the defense.
Money line.
And I take the over on the game. But maybe I'll do another show, give out my best. I own Saturdays. I killed Saturday. I was like 13 for 17 or something.
Well, hats off to her coordinator, Scott Jackson in Ohio.
I don't know what you're talking about. He does not help me. I make my own decisions. I just pick them. I like them, and I'm right. That's all that is.
Okay, who's your pick?
He has no idea how to pick college. Ask me how I know. Well, mine is the top ranked game. I can't believe you brought up that game.
I did. I don't know why.
That was a crazy one. I want to see number 6 Oregon at now number 3, formerly number 2, Penn State. You know why my game is the game of the week? That's where college game day is going to be.
Oh,
that
no wonder.
game.
That game is going to be good.
It's going to be incredible. Who has Oregon played this year?
Who's Penn State played this year?
Now, you do know Penn State. Let me go back. I don't know Oregon. I know Dan Lanning. I do not know the quarterback's name. Not DJ Moore, is it?
Who?
I think DJ Moore is a real a professional football player. Anyway, his last name is Moore. You don't know. Where's Tez Johnson? You don't know Oregon this year.
Not this year.
You know Dan Lanning. You don't know anybody on Oregon.
Yeah, lost a lot of good talent.
Right. You know James Franklin.
Yes.
You know Drew Aller.
I do.
Quarterback return.
I do.
And you know their new defensive coordinator.
Yes.
From the Ohio State. But they haven't played anybody.
Again, we're gonna see.
I am so excited about this game.
This game.
Because as we all know, Penn State is the little brother to Ohio and Michigan.
True.
James Franklin can never beat them. And I think now, I was supposed to Google the last time they played. When did the last time Oregon play Penn State? I think it was pre-merger, but that is the question to answer in the comments for us. Did anybody ever answer?
No.
Where? Nobody answered.
Nobody answered.
Okay. Where Eli Manning went to high school? Or went to high school? Went to college?
No.
Did you look it up?
No.
Ole Miss. He went to Ole Miss.
Okay.
Yes.
Kelly won.
Yeah. I don't think anybody else. Focus. Okay, wrap this up. No, they haven't played anybody. I'm really excited to see. We know James Franklin never can beat the elites of the Big Ten. I think Oregon is now one of the elites.
Yes.
Programs. And will he be the 4th little brother and not the 3rd now? We are going to find out Saturday. What else do you have?
Now, this may not be a big game, but 17 Alabama versus number 5 Georgia. Now, Tennessee just missed it by that much in beating Georgia.
Georgia, go ahead.
Alabama gonna have something for him?
No. Kirby Smart doesn't lose at home. Kirby Smart's like 88-0 at home. They never lose in Georgia. He this is only exciting in name. You see Alabama, you see Georgia, you get excited. This is not Saban's Alabama. This is Kirby's Georgia, and Georgia will cover the spread. No, I don't know what it is,
Vegas,
but I got a feeling.
Okay.
Shout out to Vegas.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. I still want to see it though.
I still want that
because as you meant, what you were alluding to is Tennessee gave everybody a blueprint on how to beat Georgia. Now Georgia also showed you how they will respond.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what can you do?
You see the
right?
film.
It's just like everything. The information's there for all of us. What do we do about it? So what are they going to do about it? Can Kalen DeBauer respond? So we'll see. All right. I got a few more for you, but I want to at least give you 2. This one initially was unranked, and then with the new rankings, now it's ranked on ranked. But I want to see TCU versus Arizona State. And I'll tell you why. Arizona State came into the season ranked. They dropped out after a big loss to, don't ask me, I forgot. But still a good team.
Okay.
And I feel like they were disrespected yesterday as the underdogs, and I said that they were going to win, and they did. And so the coach is really energetic. They lost Cam Scatterboo, but they still have the same quarterback in. Oh, it's Brent. I'm looking right at his name. I can't. I'm so sorry, y'all. But anyways, so initially when I seen this game yesterday, I said, "Ooh, they kind of like little tough competition, but they're not ranked." I think it's gonna be a good little middle of the pack type of game. So TCU at Arizona State, I'm looking forward to it.
Now that TCU are ranked now, so show us what you're working with.
You may get a little more kudos. Arizona State if you win.
And then we're back to the game I'm looking forward to again, and I'm sorry to allude to this. I did say TCU. Colorado plays BYU.
Yes.
BYU is a new kid on the block. They're number 25.
Yes.
Okay, ranked on unranked.
Yes.
But
why did you want to see it though? When you see it, why?
Why? Because
I'm asking you why. Why are you asking me?
Oh, okay. BYU's not ranked. BYU, if they had not been ranked, is still a good team. So I figured.
How so?
I don't know, but they were a good team. They were a good team last year, and I'm thinking they got a good team last year. Yes. They have some of that talent left.
Do they?
I don't know, but I'll find out.
So BYU. Go. Sorry.
All right. I'm just saying.
I also wrote that game down.
Good for you.
Because I remember the BYU Colorado game last year. It was really good. I do remember BYU being good last year. I like the BYU coach. And BYU, though they just got ranked this week, they have been top 3 in the honorable mentions this entire time. And so I haven't watched BYU play, but I'm with you. I got that old feeling.
I want to
like,
see.
Okay, BYU has been, and they kind of been mentioned the last few years as being a contender, not just last year where they were really, really good. And so I wrote that one down. Okay, I got one last one for you.
Okay.
Now, this one is not on anybody's watch list.
Oh, Lord.
Nobody's watching this game. Nobody cares about this game. No, it will not be streamed anywhere. Like, I'll be lucky if I can find somebody to point their phone and to the TV. Don't do that. That is illegal. That is piracy. Okay? I will just follow the Gamecast on stupid sports website that never works right. But I want to see 0-3.
Oh, God.
UCLA versus Northwestern.
Oh, please tell me no.
Please win, UCLA. Now, I'm an Ohio State fan, but my other team is UCLA.
They already fired their coach. What you want to see?
And you know what? I seen, when I was way past college age, I seen a brochure for the UCLA college, and I said, if I would have seen this in high school, I would have gone to UCLA. It had some common in there of like 200 or 325 days of sunshine. Sign me up. But UCLA's had a rough start. They fired the coach. I think UCLA,
for a reason,
has a lot of potential. They have a lot of people that are brand new who have never played together, and I think.
So what does that tell you? I'm just saying.
Northwestern. Come on. I'm putting my money on UCLA money line. I don't care. If I see UCLA as an underdog, though, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry for them. All right. That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
On that sour note. On that note, folks.
How dare you. Go Bruins. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. We came, we saw, some people conquered.
Some people dropped the ball.
I don't know who was
many times.
Yeah, a lot of fans not happy today, but
still booing.
We can hear it. Ooh. All right, I'm Kelly, like the color.
I'm Guy, like the butter.
And this is Saturday Hangover. Like, subscribe, follow. Tell us the last time Oregon played Penn State. If not, we'll end up just having, I guess, Google is free. Remember that.
Google
kids.
Me.
And you're not Signetti.
Oh,
God. All right. See y'all next week.
Bye, you guys. Well, I can't even think what I should have said. Arrivederci.